Hello everybody, Dan here. I have noticed something, and I'm going to show you right here, right now, and I don't care if you say no. First, this may seem like a perfectly normal assembler. I understand. They're like, oh, it's just a normal assembler, it's not that important. But actually, I have reason to believe the entire factory, this beautiful factory, would burn up and shut down if this thing turned off for like more than 5 minutes. Or 10 minutes. Like, materials just stopped coming in, everything's screwed, I believe so. You're like, why? How could that happen? Well, turns out this assembler produces electromagnetic control rods. And, like, why is that important? We'll get back to that later. But, so, electromagnetic control rods are made by AI limiters because you always want to limit your AI. Who gives AI free will? Never a good idea. Always get AI limiters. You need 2 AI limiters and some senators, which is basically just some rotating parts used in motors. But don't worry about it. So you mix those together and you have some control rods. Then we have a logistics system. The control rods go down the logistics system into Dave. Dave is my logistics train, and he goes from the oil fields to the steel plant, which is where we produce these, to the aluminum plant. And once we arrive at the aluminum plant, these materials actually leave the aluminum plant to move over to the nearest nuclear plant, which is where we're going to be assembling them into what we need them. First, we take uranium near to a nuclear plant, which is why we built it there. Then we go ahead and bring this uranium all the way back to the nuclear plant. Once we have the uranium, we go ahead and we shove that uranium directly into a blender, which mixes it with concrete and sulfuric acid, which we do produce in a refinery right next to it. But don't worry about that. Then, after all that, we finally have encased uranium cells. Boom! And we go ahead and we mix these encased uranium cells with encased industrial beams and electromagnetic control rods that we ship in from the aluminum plant nearby, and we mix all these together in a manufacturer. Then, boom, uranium fuel cell. Then that gets loaded directly into the nuclear reactor, and bing bada boom, we got power. 2,500 megawatts of the most tasty fuel you've ever seen. It does have the slight effect of producing a fucking lot of nuclear waste, but we just kind of shove that in a box that we store for later. I'm sure we could repurpose it later, but right now, I just kind of stacking it up there, just 500, but it's fine.